Overflows. Positive and negative emptiness. In essence, emptiness is not becoming nothing. Instead, emptiness is about becoming everything. This happens by letting go of the limitations of the ego and embracing the vastness of one's true self. Remember, ego is limited like a drop, and true self is vast like infinite expanse. Its nature is oceanic like cosmic. An individual ego is like a drop that each considers vast. Emptiness is both negative and positive. Negative emptiness is characterized by a sense of lack, loneliness, and a feeling of being discontented from oneself and the others. This often stems from needs that are not met or deep lack of fulfillment. Positive emptiness, on the other hand, is a state of inner contentment and spaciousness. It refers to a sense of being fully present and at peace with oneself. Also, it is often associated with a deep inner joy and connection to one's own being. As compared to positive emptiness, negative emptiness is a state of lack of something and frustration. Positive emptiness is a state of openness and potential. Positive emptiness is not the absence of something, instead, a state of being without the limitations of ego, thoughts, and desires. It is a state of deep presence, stillness, and silence where one is not striving or gasping for anything. This state is similar to the vastness of the sky or deep valley. It invites a sense of awe and wonder. Remember, emptiness should be looked at as a catalytic natural state that arises when one stops running away from oneself and one's experiences. Instead of trying to fill the emptiness with external things, one should allow themselves to be filled by it. This acceptance of emptiness is a crucial step in the process of self-realization and transformation. In the process of transformation and inner expansion, ego, with its constant striving and desires, is seen as a barrier to experiencing true emptiness. Therefore, one can let go of the ego and its demands. One discovers a sense of freedom and liberation. This liberation from the ego allows one to experience a state of no mind, where thoughts and desires have dissolved. The experience of positive emptiness is the ultimate state of being, where one becomes one with the divine. This state is not a void, but a state of fullness and wholeness beyond the limitations of the finite. Osho's dynamic meditation, and Buddha's vipassana are designed to help seekers experience and integrate this state of emptiness. In the process, these practices help one become aware of their thoughts and feelings without getting identified with them. This leads to a state of detached observation, and through consistent meditation, one can learn to cultivate this state of emptiness in all aspects of life, not just during formal practice. In essence, emptiness is not about becoming nothing, instead about becoming everything. It happens by letting go of the limitations of the ego and embracing the vastness of one's true self. These techniques are concerned with emptiness. They are the most delicate yet most subtle. Even to conceive of emptiness seems impossible. Buddha used different techniques for his disciples and monks, and because of these techniques, he was totally misunderstood. Buddhism got completely uprooted from Indian soil just because of these techniques. Buddha said, "There is no God." If there is God, you cannot be totally empty. You may not be there, but the God will be there. The divine will be there. And your mind can deceive you because your divine may be just your mind playing tricks. Buddha said there is no soul because if there is any soul, Atma, you can hide your ego behind it. Your ego will be difficult to leave if you feel that there is some self within you. Then you cannot be totally empty because you will be there as ego hiding behind God or self. Just to prepare the ground for these techniques of emptiness, Buddha denied everything. He was not an atheist, but he appeared to be an atheist because he said there is no God. He said there is no soul. He said there is nothing substantial in existence. Existence is empty. But this was just to prepare the ground for these techniques to be practiced. Once you enter emptiness, you have entered all. You may call it the divine, you may call it God, or Atma, or soul, or whatsoever you like to call. But you can enter the truth only when you are totally empty. Nothing should be left of you. Hindus thought that Buddha was destroying religion, that he was teaching irreligion, and people who heard him, even they could not follow, because whenever you go somewhere, you go to seek something. You never go to seek emptiness. You go to the temple, you are seeking something. So those who went to hear him were seeking something, nirvana, moksha, the other world, heaven, truth, etc. But they were seeking something. You come to a master, you are seeking something, either happiness or fulfillment or moksha or liberation or enlightenment or anything else. Whenever you go somewhere to a master or anywhere, you go to seek something. You never go to seek emptiness. So those who went to listen to Buddha were seeking something, nirvana, liberation, moksha, the other world, heaven, truth, but they were seeking something. They had come to gratify their ultimate desire to find truth. That is the last desire, because you can desire things, objects and beings of this world. Someone wants to get rich, next one wants to get a beautiful spouse, a loving one, and so on and so forth. This is desiring the objects and beings of this world. They had come to gratify their ultimate desire. And what is the ultimate desire? To attain to nirvana, moksha, liberation, bliss, happiness, etc. They had come to gratify their ultimate desire to find truth. That is the last desire. And unless you are completely desireless, you cannot know the truth. Unless you become completely desireless, you cannot know the truth. The very condition of knowing is to be totally desireless. The state of desirelessness is emptiness. Remember, a state of desirelessness is emptiness. Enough for now.